Breaking news today.
Please subscribe and then check notification box to get all breaking news alert.
Muslim Congresswoman's sex secret exposed after she boasts I'm Trump's nightmare. Ilhan Omar, Minnesota's newest Congresswoman, just made an appearance on The Daily Show with Trevor Noah. He gushed as she laughed it up, boasting, I'm America's hope and Trump's nightmare. Noah was intent on scoring points against Trump by using the Somali immigrant, who now sits in Congress, but that backfired as her sex secret got exposed. You don't want to miss this. Ilhan Omar is a Somali immigrant who used her background to become the newest Congresswoman from the heavily Somali state of Minnesota. She's well-spoken and attractive enough to have the liberal losers in the media breathlessly fawning over her as their next champion. Trevor Noah did what amounted to an infomercial for Ilhan. He cozied up to her and asked nothing of importance when he should have asked about the allegations of immigration fraud and bigamy. Pamela Geller, the well-known expert on Islam and Muslim terrorists, reported, Omar is a 35-year-old mother of 3 and is America's first elected Somali representative. She was married in an Islamic ceremony in 2002 at the age of 19, but never officially filed a certification in any government office. In 2009 she married a man whom people have accused of being her brother for citizenship purposes, and is still legally married to, and finally reunited with her first husband in 2011, who she is still with today. The local Minnesota Star-Tribune, a heavily liberal-leaning newspaper, tried to glaze over the charges of bigamy, but something was missing from their report. The problem is the age of her children. The convoluted story claims Hershey, the guy who she is currently shacking up with, is the father of all 3. She claims to have been involved with Hershey at 19 in 2002, then having 3 kids with him in 7 years, but abruptly marrying another guy named Elmi in 2009, to whom she is still legally married. Elmi has been reported to be her biological brother, who she married so he could come from the UK to the US. I don't know about you, but this is really hard to believe. She is making babies with one guy but doesn't marry him, instead, marrying some other guy no one can reach for comment and then goes back to shack up with the baby daddy. What's more, anyone who brought this up was skewered by the mainstream media. Former Minnesota Congresswoman Michelle Bachmann weighed in, saying, fraud, deceit, lies, corruption, cover-up, bigamy, immigration law violations, law-breaking, all appear to be associated with the first Somali American winner of a Democratic primary in Minnesota. The newly discovered documents and witness testimony cry out for an investigation, according to WND. We do have a free country where people can shack up and make babies with whoever they wish, but what isn't legal is the allegation that Omar was engaged in fraud. 8 years ago, on August 20, 2008, The Wall Street Journal reported that findings of massive fraud had forced the U.S. State Department to halt all family reunification programs for African refugees because the Somalis, in particular, were found to be engaged in widespread fraud. Ilhan Omar's well-funded campaign played it superb by using the old liberal method of crying racism, sexism, and xenophobia. That shut the mouths of most investigative mainstream reporters, who just gave her a nod, even though she is best known for recently voting to allow surviving family members of suicide bombers to receive insurance payouts. Omar will go no further than representing Somalis in Minnesota. She's got skeletons in her closet the size of woolly mammoths that will be exposed if she attempts to gain more power, and we all know patriots in this country will demand answers to the hard questions Omar will never give, since to do so would surely incriminate her in some way. Thank you for watching this video. What do you think about this? Share this on Facebook and Twitter along with your comments.